Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today I'm going to go over an old-fashioned book haul. Things I found in the last week and a half from some thrift stores, estate sale, and just lots of books, magazines, things that I like to sell, giving you comps, things that are working for me in my store, and just really help you train your eye on things that might work for you in your store and for your online sales. So hey, I appreciate the view. I look forward to your comments and subscribe. We'll keep doing this, see what happens. So with that, jump straight in. I've sold a ton of stuff the last month, and I've had a chance to hit several thrift stores, stop by an estate sale, like I said, and got a kind of a cool variety of stuff. And just go straight into it. This first one is this book on purple martins. You know, I think people are still love purple martins. You know, they eat tons of bugs. Here's an older book, 1960s version on what you should know about the purple martin. This will be a $10 book. It's not a big high dollar book, but I paid $1 for this one, $10 book. Then here's some magazines, and you know, I love it when I find weird magazines, and this one was kind of strange to me. The Backwoodsman, and this was there were just 3 of them, and these were 3 for $1. These were from 2018. I guess if you want to be, you know, a mountain man, live in the backwoods, the 21st century frontierman. So these were 3 for $1. They're all 3 2018s, and I've seen this single one sell for like $9. I've seen some sets sell for like $12 to $14 of 3. So I'll list these for probably $12.99, $13.99 plus shipping. You know, shipping on these will probably be $7 or $8 because of the way they have to go. But again, got 3 for $1. They'll sell. Be good. Now here's one that I got at my library. They used to have these 25-cent book sales, and with COVID they haven't had that. But so what they've done is over behind the circulation desk they've put some racks, and every once in a while they throw some books out there, and they're 25 cents. And here's one I found. It's this older, it was a Navy publication on single sideband radar, and this thing, I haven't seen this exact one. I know sold comps on it, but I guess in a very similar thing by Collins. I think they, you know, engineering firm back in the day. I think they're still around. I think they're combined with somebody now, but on single sideband, they're asking $70, $80 for it. This is kind of a unique Navy publication. This was actually dated, I think this was like 1958 or something. At any rate, for $0.25, I think that I can list this for $20, $30 and have a shot at selling it. So that's what I'll try. Good find for $0.25. Kind of one of those weird kind of technical pubs. This was on the quarter rack too. This new Complete Joy of Homebrewing, Charlie Papazon. Hey, if you've never brewed beer and you want to try, this is the only book you need. There's tons of other books, but this is like one of the originals. It's like all through there he goes, relax, have a homebrew. This was $0.25. It's not. This is a $5, $6, $7 book, but for $0.25 I'll list it, and somebody will hopefully get the joy of Charlie Papazon's Complete Joy of Homebrew. But seriously, if you do want to brew, I've done it out of this book. It's old school, but it works. It's got great information. This is the book for you to brew beer on your own. Then this was on the quarter rack. This it didn't have a dust jacket, but the seashells of the tropical West America. I've seen this one. I was trying to get my references together. I've seen this sell with a dust jacket for $37 to $45 sold comps. This is in really good condition for $0.25. I'll at least get $20, $25 for it. So this was a really good find for $0.25. And it's, I don't know if, you know, it's not like color stuff, but it's got seashell stuff in it. See? So that's cool. Then, I actually got this edition of this, you know, Cheryl Strayon's Wild. I hadn't read this. I saw the movie years ago. I think it had Reese Witherspoon in it. But this was a signed edition. I paid $2 for it. And it had a nice, just flat signed. And you can tell from the Oprah Book Club, I'll take these stickers off. But for $2, I've seen sold comps on these between 10 and 20. Oh, it's cool to be able to get a signed one. I'll sell that. Probably ask 20 for it. especially since the way it's flat signed. Then here was a couple from a thrift store. Paid $1 for these. This is a boy named Charlie Brown. This is a 1969. Paid $1 for it. I have a sold comp for $17.50, so I'll get 17 to 20 for it. What's interesting about this when I was looking at comps, if you get the music for this, the LP, the vinyl, man, some of the music for this from the 60s can bring like $100 for one piece of vinyl. So something to keep your eye out for that's different. This was $1. I've got a sold comp for $17.50. It'll go 17 to 20 bucks. And then there with it, and I wish it had the dust jacket, was a 1968 first of the Peanuts Treasury. Without the dust jacket, there's a little bit of soiling on here. It's not bad, but it's not like bright white. I think this is only 10 or 12. If it had the dust jacket, it'd be 35 to 40. So anyway, still good find for $1. Then so this, I don't know if these will work out or not. I paid $0.25 a piece for them, and there's like 11 or 12. But this Power motor yacht, paid $0.25 a piece. You can see the tag. I'll get that off of them. There's Joe Namath on this Power motor yacht. But some quick comps on this type of subject was looking pretty good. I saw some lots of these kind of for sale that were in that $25 to $30 range. $0.25 a piece. I've got like $2.50, $3 in these. I will list these as a lot. Try to get like 25, $30 for them. We'll see what happens, but I think there's a shot I can get that. At the same thrift store, here was this. It didn't have a dust jacket, but this guide to aquatic trout. The trout book, it brings 25. I've got tons of sold comps on this trout food. So that's a really good one. Great find for $1. Then some more dollar ones. I saw these next two together. This is an older hardback Chilton's Triumph motorcycle. It's soiled, you can see, but it's complete. This one sells for about $30. I think given the soiled condition, I may only get like 20 for it. I'll probably ask 25, do a best offer, see what happens. But I think on this one, solid 25. I paid $1 for it. Then next to that was a Chilton's Corvette Stingray. I didn't even do comps on these when I saw them, because the old hardbacks of these for things like a Triumph motorcycle or a Corvette, a Stingray, they're so cool and so sought after on they're just cool cars. That things like this for those cars, so good. I've got $8 to $15 sold comps on this one, so not as good as the Triumph motorcycle, but still a good one. And here was the same thrift store. This one was 50 cents, I think. This Accidents in North America Mountaineering. I see these bundled together, I guess, because you can see this is 1990. I see them bundled together for, pretty big money, multiple years. I think a single year, I can get $8, $9, $10 for it, so not bad. Here's one, Rugs to Riches. Sold comps on this are not that great. It's only like $7. However, I was looking at this one because it was cool. El Paso. I like El Paso. But it is signed Happy Trails, Dusty 2011. Dusty being one of the authors. So when I saw it was signed, it was $1. I said, for signed, I might get 10 or 12 for it, maybe a little more, who knows. But since it was signed, I went ahead and got it for $1. And so El Paso Saddle Blanket Company. Okay, so the next thing that I got at this, and I paid $1 a piece for these. I may have overpaid. I couldn't find any comps for it, but check this out. There's 14 Dallas just novels, just fiction novels. And these are, there's some of them have photo covers. You can see, I think there's, we'll see if we can find one with JR on it. There's one remember Bobby Ewing, he also played, Patrick Duffy? I think he played Man from Atlantis too, back in the day in the 70s, early 80s. That's the the mother, the matriarch. But anyway, these are no comps on them. But if you remember back in the day, the Dallas, the primetime soap opera, I think that even though I pay $1 a piece, I have $14 in these. I think I can sell these for 50, 60, or 70 bucks. I saw some individual ones that were only listed for like $5, individual ones, but they were really hard to reference, because it just, maybe I just wasn't typing in the right thing, but I may have overpaid for them at $1 a piece, but I've got 14 of them, and I'm going to list them probably at least to $49.99, try to, triple up my money. So we'll see. Kind of a funny find. We'll see if I'm right on that one. The next stuff I got at the estate sale I stopped by. And this estate sale had tons of manga, animation, Japanese animation stuff, high dollar stuff. I didn't get there till after lunch, and the place had been ransacked. Pretty much all that stuff was gone. But there was still some value to be had. I found these Shadow Lady. It's a set of 3, and they had no prices on them. And I looked them up. There was $24. The lady said $6, so $2 each. So I got them. So there's money to be made there. Then I found this was really cool. This a shortcut through Adventureland, Volume 2 Infocom. And if you don't know, back in the day, the Infocom, this was the text-based games. Like there was Zork, several Zorks. There was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy that was text-based. Zork was probably one of the more famous one, but it's you typed in your like look west or walk east and do this action, and it had a parser that would parse the English language and describe things. So as a kid, you would go through these, and there was no graphics, and you would map out this world, and you had this text editor based language parser. And so this is an Infocom. It's about the games. Sold comps on this for 20 to 35. Multiple sold comps. I paid $1 for it. It was just sitting there on a ransacked shelf. People overlooked it. I got it, so that was good. And there's some emulators too. If you're interested in those, there's some modern emulators for Zork stuff, so you can check that out. $1 for this Looney Tunes kind of history illustrated guide to all their cartoons. I've got a sold comp on this for $11. I'll probably list it for $12.99. See what happens. Paid $1 for it. Then here was I'm not sure how to say this guy's name, but the master of Japanese animation, and I paid $1 for this one. I have it's like a 8 to 16 on this one, sold comps, so that's good. No, I'm sorry, that one's more like 8 to 10. This next one is more like 8 to 16, and it was just on the world of Japanese comics. Again, $1 for all the soft covers. This was the first day, and it was already ransacked. This is 8 to 16, so that's good. Then there were a couple of technical books. Here's this one, Horowitz's Computer Algorithms. I have a sold comp on this for 20. Let me see. I think it was like 27, 28 bucks, 29 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. 28 to 30 bucks. $2 for hardbacks there, so still a good find. Then there was this Kelson's Fundamentals of Numerical Analysis, and I don't have sold comps on this, but there were list comps for 39 bucks. So, this was it's a guy at University of Nebraska, so it wasn't, usually if I see something that's like, from Caltech or MIT, it's a no-brainer. But I looked this one up, no sold comps for $2 with list comps. Even if I get $20 for it, it's good. Numerical recipes, not numerical analysis, sorry. Then there was a box of paperbacks kind of under the table, but it turns out there was some cool value there, and this is kind of an area you can look at and find some stuff. This first one, and these paperbacks like this were 50 cents. Mirror Shades, and it says the Cyberpunk Anthology. And then here was another one, and when I saw this one, I thought this was cyberpunkish too. So this type of thing, this one was hardwired. These are first edition paperbacks, and what's interesting about this is they run hardwired. I've got $17 to $50 sold comps. Now this one, I think with the shape it's in, I'm thinking maybe I can still get it's not a mint copy, but I think I can still get 30 or $35 for it. And then this hardwired, it's kind of the same thing. It's in that $20 to $50 range. This one actually is a third print. I think the $50 one was a first print. I think that I can still get $25-$30 for 50 cents for these. Great finds, and that's just something for you to look out for. Look for some of these paperbacks like this that are in the cyberpunk genre. If you can find them, it's a good sell. And then the last book I've got, it actually was in the kitchen of all places. There was a Stephen King's The Stand. It has a little bit of issue there on the dust jacket. You can kind of see in the light where it's kind of like it's releasing some around the letters. There you go. You can probably see it. But this was the 1990. It's the first edition of the 1990 release where they did this unabridged one, and this is a solid $20 one. Obviously, the older version, some of those that even the older book club editions of The Stand sell really well. You can sell some of those for $50-$70. If I see a good hardback of The Stand, I'm typically going to get it, especially if I can get it for $1-$2. Hardbacks there again were $2. I'll get at least 20 for that one, even with that little bit of dust jacket issue. So that's it. That's what I call an old school book haul. So lots of items, good stuff, good value. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope the comps will help you, and happy treasure hunting. Keep it up. Buy them, list them, sell them. So see ya.